up, y'all? This is AD Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am AD, so do pusha the grower. So appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for with us. Thank you for always being a part of what we do. Let's see, and trying some segments, trying to do something different. All right. So thank you guys for always hanging and sharing and caring. Oh, no, that's a big one. All right, let's see. And make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Let's see. Oh, did I send? Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let's see. I don't think I sent it out to Pastor. Good job, Anthony. So today we are gonna have a good conversation. We're gonna discuss: Are you too proud to ask for help? Are you too proud to ask for help? And we're gonna dig into that, and then some. I'm just more a little bit on mine. So again, I appreciate you guys for being being a part of all that we do. Thank you for always sharing. Thank you for sharing, and all of that. So make sure you tag somebody, tag a friend, tag an enemy. Blessings, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always sharing. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do this. And okay, cool. All right. So like I said, sorry, really distracted. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's funny, I don't see anybody. It's like it shows me a view count. So you know, if you ever been on stream, it ought to show you a view count, and it's showing nobody. So everybody in the building, say hey, say what's up, say good morning as you coming in. I know people like to sneak in and watch incognito and incognito and all that. So again, like I said, we're talking about: Are we too proud to ask for help? That's what we're discussing. Let's see. Make sure you are sharing. Join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. And never miss a broadcast, as well as text purpose P4F to 84576. And every week, every Monday, we send out a challenge for the couples to do something between you and your spouse. Just a challenge. You got a whole week to do it. It's never like something difficult. Generally, whatever the challenge is, it's never long. it's never strenuous, but it's just something to kind of stir something up in your relationship. So make sure you do that. Excuse me. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Mama Corey, great morning to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part. Oh, so I hope one you guys are watching the hearing for the Supreme Court. Well, her name just escaped me. If you're watching, let me know what you guys are thinking of the hearing. You know, it's generally always the same thing. You know, ask a bunch of questions. They try to dig into their life. And it's Miss Brown, Miss Brown Jackson, because I'm not exactly. Yeah, I messed up the first name because I'm just really looked at it. And you know, good morning, happy Wednesday, Miss Deborah. Good morning. So again, I appreciate you guys rocking with us. I am off this Wednesday. My brain is like everywhere. All right, so we're gonna kick it off. Put my composure, so we can jump back into this thing. All right, be right back after this.
I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole point is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this general possible, often vested in the legacy.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
What's up, y'all? Okay, we're back. Yeah, I did. Everyone can't see everybody's comments depending on where you're at. So Lisa said, yes, I watched some of it yesterday. What about Lindsey Graham rant? Yeah, asking about her religion, her denomination, and can she judge Catholics properly? Yeah, it's interesting. So, in my, I guess, limited history of watching a lot of these confirmations, I don't know how many have actually been rejected. I always been wondering about that. Like, it seems like everyone I've seen, or I guess they've become high profile, I've not seen rejected. And I know she was Republican, but Condoleezza Rice, because, and it's crazy. It doesn't matter the party used to. They tried to fry her too. And of course, after 9/11 and Katrina, we have opinions about that. But, just to watch her hearing was interesting as well. And I actually, after that, I liked her because of the way she handled the hearing. But yeah, it's always kind of different with my ladies, my black women. Yeah, they're a little different. And some of the questions it's crazy. I think it's just trying to throw off pigeonhole or put you in a space. Like, what does religion really matter? Let's see. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying too. I've not seen any rejections in the time that I was like, I've never seen a rejection. I guess I don't know like what it takes. Because long as I guess it's a House thing, but plus they run the Senate. But then Kavanaugh still got confirmed. I think even when the Dems control the Senate or the House or something. So yeah, I think it's a formality. Like I don't know what really has to come up before a rejection happens. I guess someone has to really have to hit something hard to make a lot of folks like, oh, maybe we should make her a judge. Like it has to be a really good gotcha. But yeah, so interesting things transpiring. So make sure you guys check out the hearing or check out the clips of the hearing, because sometimes just watching it could be long and drawn out unless you're into that. And if you follow Jay Hamilton, he gives a great commentary because that's his thing. He's into that. He's a lawyer, obviously, and he gives great commentary, and it gives you good commentary. It's entertaining and educating at the same time. So, switching gears, today we're discussing: are we too proud to ask for help? Are we too proud to ask for help? I think a lot of times we fall into a space where things happen, and it's become troubling, challenging, or difficult to reach out. No sound. All right. Anybody else do not hear me? Am I just moving my lips? Nothing's coming out. Let's see. Audio. Yep. Testing 1, 2. All right. Happy Wednesday. Okay. Oh, she's she's over in Facebook land now. All right. Yeah. Let me know if you guys are not hearing me. If you're not hearing me, let me know. Yeah. And if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I hear you. I hear you, son. Um, but I'm gonna keep talking until the okay. Get here on you on Facebook, but not on YouTube. Oh, the tube. Hating on me. So like I said, are we too proud to ask for help? Okay, let's see. Let's go. Richard said, I was used to not reaching out for help in the past and try to do all in my own strength. But now I'll reach out more for help or Google the best people in the world at a particular thing. And sometimes they respond. Wow. Sometimes they respond and not. If not, I reach out for people that are particularly good. I got you. That's good. Awesome, Mama Corey. All right. Coming to the stage. All the way. I think Locust Grove. Did I still get it wrong? I think I still got it wrong. All the way from Georgia. The Peach State. Pastor Brian A. McCrory Sr.
Locust Grove was right.
Okay, I got it right. All right. Listen, just for everybody that watches on the regular. Good morning, Keita. That's in the building, and I pretty much it seemed like I got most of my regulars in. So I got this mouse, right? And it's because I'm on a laptop, it just makes it easier to navigate without having my fingers up here trying to move around. And it's got this side button, which is convenient. It does something magical. It just closes windows. Whatever you're in, if you need to shut down quick, bam, bam, bam. But unfortunately, it's in such a great space that you can accidentally tap it. So if in the middle of I'm talking and I disappear, that's probably what happened. just as a side, just as an insider of what's happening in the Legacy Walker Studios. It just kind of. All right. So, hey, good morning, Keita. And again, good morning, everybody. And it's happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Or maybe the start of the week for you, depending on where you stand in your life. Some people start on Wednesday, go Wednesday to Monday. So I have she said I have the same mouse. Right. Listen, it works. It's not super expensive. I just need it for convenience. But yeah, so if that happens, that's what happened. That's what I did. So today, like I said again, we're talking about: are we too proud to ask for help? Are we too proud to ask for help? And why? Why is it? Why would it be? I know for myself, it's. I don't know if it's proud, right? So I know I put it up there. I made the topic. I don't know if I'm too proud, or I feel like you made this mess. You need to figure a way to fix it. Like you did this, don't get other people in your mess, and you just don't, you make it worse. I mean, I don't know if it's pride. Maybe it's pride. I guess it could be a prideful thing. It's like, not that, well, yeah, no, I guess it would be like an like you're feeling embarrassed. Like, I can't believe I had this and I messed it up, or I did this, like, oh, what were you thinking? Like the older you get, you become your own parent. Like, you should have known better than that. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking. I don't know. But so I think it's just, it gets us a level of pride. You feel horrible. You feel horrible that you put yourself in the situation, and you gotta get somebody to help you out. Now you gotta call somebody to assist you in getting out of a space, or giving you a number to call somebody to get you out of a space, because certain things you like, I need help, but I don't like, if it's a plumbing something or like I don't want to be overcharged for it. I don't want nobody hustling me, but I do want somebody qualified. Right? It's
Yeah.
like and sometimes like even if it's plumbing, it's like there are the national plumbing people that you can call, but it's like, oh, I'd rather get Joe that's nice with plumbing. This is not his full-time gig, so he ain't trying to charge you them plumbing level prices. It's just like, hey, give me a little something. It's like, but you want to make sure you know what he's doing, because he can cause more problems if you don't know what he's doing. Because I had a pastor friend. He works on his cars, and I was like, oh man. He was like, I know what you're about to say. You about to ask me. I don't work on nobody's car. He said, I work on mine, because if I mess up, I can deal with that mistake because it's my car. My family, like we can work it out. But somebody else's, he said, I mess up. Now you in a real space, and our relationship's gonna be messed up. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I might not like you then, So Pastor, do you find that it's pride that keep you from asking for help, or you just rather try, or it's I guess like I said, it could be pride, like you just rather figure it out yourself before you ask for help, or are you kind of like, okay, boom, I see I'm in the space, this is above my pay grade, I'm reaching out, Are you like more of an instant, I'm gonna reach out?
It depends on what it is.
Okay.
It depends on my level of confidence. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't always felt that way. I've matured into a place where I can ask for help when I need some help.
Right.
But it's kind of funny because I was working on electricity as a boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was taught currents and positive and negative and ground and all of that as a boy. So naturally, you're going to think
Right. Before, I know exactly how this works.
Yeah. Only 3 pieces.
Right. How difficult can this be?
Yeah. And honestly, that's what it is. But you still have to understand voltage and amperage.
Right.
Kilowatt, KVA. Yeah. I mean, there's so many other factors that come into play that could really electrify your life.
Right.
But that came later. So
anyway,
I think it has a lot to do with your level of confidence. You think you can handle it, right? I got it.
Right.
And then you find out you really don't have it.
Right.
So I did struggle with asking for help in my younger years because I always felt like I had to get it done.
Oh.
You have this mindset. Yeah. You got to get it done.
I ain't got time to wait for nobody.
And you hear this mantra, you can do whatever you put your mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. Right. So with that in my heart and in my spirit, I always felt like I could handle stuff. It wasn't until I was buried that I realized, ooh, man, you should have asked for help a long time ago.
Right. Got pieces everywhere, like
Yeah.
I didn't bit off too much. I can't do this. Right.
Mm-hmm. So, when it comes to like in my home relationship stuff,
okay,
I've never liked asking for help. I always felt like whatever is going on in the house, we can handle it. That's how I was raised, and I'll be 55 and I'm realizing, what, you can go get outside help.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, because that was always taboo. It was always, shameful for us to reach out for emotional help or mental help, that kind of thing. We were taught your business stays at home. Don't put your business in the streets. So that's kind of what it was. So when it came to that kind of stuff, that's a bit more difficult. But when it came to, things around the house, like when I was young, as a young homeowner, I was proud to try to fix it myself.
Right. Gotcha.
Until it didn't work. I used to start off with like, putting a shelf in, shelf falls off, I put it back up, restabilize it, changing a doorknob out and I felt real good the first time I ever installed a deadbolt. I was man.
Yeah. I got this.
Yeah. Until I messed around one day and I was messing with a doorknob that looked different than the last one. it didn't look like what was in the package.
Right.
So, but again, like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm always willing to do it. But I reached my limit with plumbing.
Okay.
Right. I can do anything on the toilet as long as I don't have to pull the toilet up out of the floor.
Okay.
Right. So that's my limit. When it comes to tubs, I can change faucets out. I can do all that kind of stuff, but I can't go in the wall.
Right. If it's in there,
yeah. I learned the hard way about messing with plumbing and not turning the main water off. I learned the hard way. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now so you're not talking about like right into the house. You're talking about like going all
outside.
Outside. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, you into your garage, you got to go out and turn the water. I don't mean like off the street.
Right. Okay.
Then yeah.
I got you. I got what you're saying when it's starting to flow into the house. I got you.
Yeah. So those things, so that kind of stuff. But again, it just depends. Like electricity now. If something goes wrong, I heard that wrong. I can do everything.
I can do everything on that. I come up with my best. That's where I come up with my best ideas. That's
good. Yeah, that's good. That was good. Evan. I like that. I can't do everything on the toilet, except plug it out of the floor.
Right.
But that was funny. But so now I'm at a place to where I learned the time value of money.
Right. I remember you said
like,
that.
why am I trying to figure it out?
Right.
When I could pay somebody to come in here and just get it done.
Yep.
Without me having to do it more than once.
Yeah. Indeed.
That's what I've learned. So I don't mess with electricity anymore. I mean, simple stuff, absolutely. But if there's an issue with a light fixture or a ceiling fan, I'm just like, I can do it, but it takes me too long when I can pay somebody $100 to come in here and get it done in an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
But nobody's putting furniture together for my wife. I'm doing that.
No one's doing
that for furniture. Like I have to mount all the stuff in her spaces. Right. I do all that work. I do all the work for my wife. Yeah, there's benefits. There's benefits to that. There's benefits.
I got you.
I don't know help when she needs something put together. No, I got it.
That's my job. I got it. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But yeah, I think understanding when it could be over your head or you already know like the snowball effect is coming. Trying to tackle stuff before it gets so big, because I've gone to past with stuff. He's like, man, why didn't you come to me when it's like that? Now it's like this. It's like, it's a bigger mountain to climb. If you came like that, I was like, I thought
people do that with bills.
You said what? Huh?
People do that with bills.
Right.
My children do that with bills. Hey, Dad, you got $500. I'm behind. How far behind are you? 2 months. Why did you come to me when you were a week behind?
Right. Yeah. Just try to catch you up then. Right. Of course. Right. Of course less. Yeah. Indeed. He says, his hands be hurting, but good feeling.
Yes, sir. That's the wife stuff right there. Yeah.
I did that. I'm taking pictures.
You finish and inside you be like, and she'd be like, oh, honey, you did it? Yep, I'm done. Yeah, I got it together. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm so proud of you.
Right. He said that's kids.
No, that's grown folks, man.
Yeah.
That's grown.
Oh yeah.
A 6-year-old is not going to be too far behind of nothing. Except maybe some homework.
Right.
If you're 14 and you owe $500 or something, it better be a school trip.
Right. Something I could be like, Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Not doing that.
yeah.
That's a little pricey.
It's the young adults who think they're grown
Yes.
that get $500 behind on something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they like to call themselves grown-ups, but they're really young adults. They're
Right.
not grown yet.
Oh no, they're kids. Once
Grown
they
when you
call,
don't
like,
have to call me.
then you become, hey daddy,
Yeah,
hey dad, hey pop.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, now we're a kid again. Okay, okay. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
funny.
man.
Sometimes I'm dad, sometimes I'm daddy.
So is that an indication of where this conversation is going based on that?
Yeah, the term lets me know how serious it is, how deep it is.
Ah,
You know,
gotcha.
dad, it's not, but daddy, oh yeah, you heard me.
Like,
Yeah.
as long as it's not bail money. It's not bail money, is it?
Yeah.
Like the same.
Or how are you today?
Not asking how you doing. Uh-oh.
Right. How you been feeling? You having a good day so far?
Right. Right. I hope you're up here because I'm about to bring you
Yeah.
down here.
I hadn't talked to you. Have I talked to you today? They got all kinds, man. All kinds. You have to play it off. Yeah.
How you feeling? What you doing today?
What you doing? You at your desk?
Right.
You
You
know
at your
exactly
desk.
where I'm at.
You know where I'm at every day, same time. Oh man, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, but yeah, I think when it comes to like asking for help, yeah, I've learned to reach out, try to reach out more. Instead of trying to figure it out on my own, even small issues like what happened. I had this hose stuck to the house, like stuck to the thing on the side of the house, and I was like struggling to get it off. I was like, yo, I need some help. Tell me, like, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I get this thing? I mean, I like even the little stuff, like, what am I doing wrong? What was it that my brain can't figure out to get this thing? Like,
Yeah.
so I think, what did I get? I had to get some wrench or something, and it's just like, oh, came right off. Like it just, and it was like simple stuff. Like I didn't have it though. Someone was coming to change the garage, and I was like, yo, you got a tool I can get? He was like, you need anything else? I was like, yeah, one more thing. And I realized, like, it's just simple stuff, because you realize people have been through things. Hey, don't do that. Do it this way. Instead of you making a mess about it, a mess from it. Like, so I feel like the older I get, the more I'm willing to just ask for help. Like,
Yeah.
I need some help. Instead of trying to figure it out myself and trying to do it myself. It's funny, like, I'm always quick and do what most men or gentlemen do. Like, I help like elderly people, like if they're struggling with water or something, or with stuff. And I tell people, I'm like, this is gonna sound selfish, but I'm doing this because when I get in this space, I pray that
Yeah.
I'm around,
Yeah.
someone's around to do the same thing. Like, because I can't imagine like struggling just to get a case of water into the cart. Like in my mind I can't, but I know it can happen. There's gonna be a time, way up there. But yeah, I think that the help thing, for me, it seems like the older I get, the more I'm willing to just ask. Now, granted, when it comes to electronics, yeah, you start really sounding like a dad or granddad. Like, I got it. I'm gonna figure it out. Like, because like Pastor, like we've grown up in the gadget age. Like, we figured this stuff out. we've been figuring this stuff out for decades now. Like, every change, moan it. But now it seems like the older you get, either the quicker you get frustrated. Like, why won't the thing just do the thing? If I'm hitting that, hit that. Why I won't do the thing?
But that's it right there. It's the lack of patience. You don't have patience for certain things. But again, you know where you want to spend your time.
Right. That too.
And I don't want to spend my time on this.
Yeah, I think that
So
you're right.
it's
You know
better
what?
to
Yeah, my time. Like, I ain't got time to try to figure this thing out. You know, you look at it
Right.
like, yeah, if I was 10 years ago, I'd sat here and figure this thing out. Today, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, because you've learned to understand the time value. Like
Right.
I realized, I learned a long time ago that, and certain people, you wash your cars and all that, 'cause it's simple. It's
Right.
therapy. It's therapeutic to
Right.
get out and wash
Right.
your car. It's not therapeutic for me.
Right. Right.
I don't want to wash the car.
Right. Right.
I don't want, that's not where I want to spend my time.
Right.
Right. So I'll pay somebody to come and detail the car and be satisfied.
Right. He said cutting into my golf outing.
Right. Like that's your passion. You want to be able to
Right.
put your time into golf, and anything that tries to interrupt it, it better be worth it.
Yeah.
If it's going to interrupt what I really would rather be doing,
Right.
So I completely get that. But I also think that, we talk about the gadgets and all of that stuff, but a lot of this bleeds over into our life, mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
Right.
how we ask for help. And the same thing happens. Destruction happens if you don't have the right tools, if you're in over your head,
Right.
you wait too long,
Mhm.
right? I saw a problem with my sprinkler system a couple of years ago. I turned the sprinkler system on outside, the irrigation system, and the ground began to swell.
Wow.
I couldn't understand why the ground was swelling, and it was
Right.
because there was a leak underground,
Right.
and the water was pushing the ground up.
Right.
And I mean, it would swell up, to the point where it looked like, there was a Volkswagen Beetle
Trying to get up
under the
come up
ground.
the ground.
And
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
I didn't know it could swell like that.
Right. Right.
But you dig under it, and you look at the leak underneath, and you realize, wow, this is a serious problem. And what you learn is, as serious as the problem is,
Yeah.
it wasn't a big leak. It was just a constant leak.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Sometimes you have a big, huge leak, and everybody knows the problem. Sometimes like a small leak, and it does grow over time, and that's like how we have issues, in our relationships, in our houses, in our workplaces.
Right.
You'll have this big, huge explosion, or you'll have, a pattern of behavior,
Right. Right.
and when it's an explosion, somebody just absolutely snaps and goes off. I hate this. You can deal with that right on the surface.
Right. Right.
You have to understand what's driving that behavior, but you can deal with it right on the surface.
Right on the surface.
But when you have like these little patterns of behavior, the little nitpicky stuff that
Wow.
it boils and grows over time, and then you've got this big mountain of an issue, and what you don't realize is it's a culmination of a whole bunch of issues that have been growing and developing over time,
Yeah.
and then you cut into it, and you have a smorgasbord of issues.
Right.
Because you never dealt with it, you never got help with it, and I think that a lot of times we carry emotions.
Right.
We don't seek help. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay until you're just not okay.
Right.
I should have gotten help earlier on, and I think it's innate within us to try and fix things, try to fix ourselves.
Yeah.
It's inherent. It's because we're taught that as young people, as young children. You just figure it out,
Right.
figure it out. Well, what if I can't figure it out? You'll figure it out. And then we go so far as to say, God will help you. God can fix it. Let's just pray about it.
It's very right. Yeah.
And you believe God for it, but you don't do anything with it.
Right.
Faith without works is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that last night. Last night I found out that some things we just don't want to deal with. We believe God, but we don't want to deal with this.
Right. Right.
Right. We fear this, but we believe God.
Right.
And the Lord was like, He's like, you tell people that, the areas where you have your greatest fear are the areas where you have your greatest lack of faith.
Right.
Things
Right.
you fear the most is where you lack the most faith.
Right. Yep.
And that's why the man with the possessed son said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. Look, I believe in who the Lord is, but I struggle in this particular area.
Right.
I know God can do this,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't actually see him doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you believe him over here, you should have just as much belief over here for that as you have over here for this, because he's the same God.
Right.
Right. But we won't seek help, and so we fool ourselves
Yeah.
into trying to carry it and deal with it. I don't want to talk about it with my family. I don't even want to talk about it with God.
Right.
Because it makes me feel guilty.
Right.
As if God doesn't already know.
Right.
And in most cases, your family can tell something is wrong.
Yep.
But you just won't say anything. You won't reach out for help. So not everybody's careful around you because they're waiting for you to say something.
Yeah.
Or they'll call you out and you get mad because they can see it, but you want to act like they can't see what they see.
They see it. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And they're talking with you. She knows she need to ask somebody.
Right.
He know he in over his head, but he won't say
anything. Right. Wow.
It happens. It's human nature. And we just have to get better. We have to get better at it.
Yeah. That's
so I'm learning to be better. And I'm also making sure that people feel okay about coming to me. Because sometimes it's how you respond that keeps people from coming to you. Right.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, here you go again.
Right. I ain't never coming back. Yeah. I'm just
or I'm constantly reminding you of what I did for you. So I'm never asking if nope. You ask Johnny for help, everybody gonna know Johnny helped you.
Right.
Yeah. Or you ask Johnny for help, Johnny's never gonna let you forget. If your name is Johnny, I apologize. I've just randomly selected a name.
Johnny's is always a good name.
Yeah. Johnny can help me with nothing because if Johnny helps me,
I never hear the end.
Johnny essentially saved my life.
Right.
I was gonna die if Johnny hadn't been there. And even if it's true, you don't have to emphasize it, So I think we have to provide a safe space for people to feel comfortable reaching out for help. Right. Because it's already enough of a struggle. There's already some sense of shame, embarrassment, or whatever the case might be. Right. But if we can be open-hearted, open-minded, open-spirited with people, right. I think people will be more comfortable coming to responding or coming to us for help. I found out that even when I talked to God, the Lord said to me this. He said, you spend a lot of time opening up your mouth to me, but you don't spend enough time opening up your soul for my response. Right. We can ask God for so much and talk to God. And we sugarcoat our responses because we talk to God with an open mouth, but a closed spirit. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And what I've learned is sometimes when you're seeking help, you have to be prepared to accept the truth about yourself, the truth about the situation that you're in. And what God says is when you open up your mouth to me, open up your spirit, open up your soul also, so that I can deal with the truth of you. Be able to handle that. A lot of us don't want to deal with the truth of our circumstance. We just want you to fix it and not talk, not say anything about it. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm learning that in my relationship with the Lord, I want God to help me. Right. But I want him to help me in an area that he's already aware of. He made me. He knows what I'm struggling with. Right. I'm the one who has to get comfortable talking about it with him so that he can expose me to me. Right. I found out that you can fool yourself. Yes. Your own description of yourself, your own description of what you're going through. It ain't that bad. It's not that bad.
Right.
Look, you just lost an entire gallon of blood. I'm gonna just wrap it up. I'll be all right. I'm gonna be okay. 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 I'm gonna be, Right. Let's deal with the truth about it. And so I think that it's one thing to make sure that we are available for people and open for people to feel safe coming to us. Right. It's another thing to make sure you can prepare and deal with the truth of your situation. Right. Pastor, you're so right. There's so much that I'm hiding from God. Right. And God says, how are you hiding from the one who made you? Right. The one who knows the very hairs on your head. Right. Right.
And shout out to Johnny.
He knows our innermost thoughts.
Right.
Man looks on the outward appearance, God looks on the heart. And I talked about that in the book of Revelations, right? Revelation chapter 2, I think it's verse 23, maybe, where Jesus says, I'm the one who searches, who searches the reins and the heart. If he's the one that searches you out, be comfortable asking him to reveal you to you so that he can help you through whatever it is you're going through. Right. Exactly. And when you get comfortable talking to God about it, God is going to direct you to resources. Yeah. To get it fixed, to get it resolved. That's the great part about God, because God is a God of provision.
Right.
You know.
Right. And to that, we're gonna get to Rich's question. He said, "Can't God open a closed spirit?" Um, you know, a lot of times, like you said, we pray, and God has already answered you because He's help is around you, but you've not asked, you're not seek, you're not knocked. You know, it's like it's right there.
Yeah.
But and like you said, that those uncomfortable spaces is where my unbelief is. You know,
Yeah.
you've asked God to bless you with folks that'll help you, you know, and they're around. But now you have to ask. You can open your mouth. You know, you got them right
Yeah.
there. You just got to be willing to do that uncomfortable thing and believe God is going to work it out. You know, and yeah. So Richard says, "Can't God open a closed spirit?" Um, I'll say, if I mean you have to just be willing to open up. You know, God is a God of choice. You choose your level of relationship with God. You know, God doesn't force anything on you. So you have to open up to Him, and He'll open up to you. That's kind of the way I kind of interpret and look at it. Gerardo says, "What's up, Gerardo? Many of us can't get help because we talk to Him, then leave instead of shutting up and sitting silent to hear back from Him." Indeed, indeed, yes, and that right there, We just want to shout and move on. I said it. I prayed. He ain't answered.
I'm just gonna sit back and wait for it to get fixed.
Right. Right.
I gave that to God a long time ago. Gave that to God. Gave that to God.
Right. They gave it. Did you really give it? You seem a little bitter. Did you really give it to him? Did you give it to him to take it back? Here, you can't. You're not moving fast enough for me. Keita said that hit me hard last night.
Hit me too, Keita.
Even said, "I hide the most when I struggle with something I should be able to overcome by now. I struggle with something that I should be able to conquer based on my level of maturity or spirituality."
Yeah. Yeah. Check out Psalm 139.
All right. Psalm
Check it out,
139.
Ethan. That'll get you.
Today's homework is Psalm.
Specifically, verse 23 and 24.
Right.
You can look at the beginning of it.
So is it Psalm or Psalms?
Psalm. Psalm.
Psalm 139. You said, but I think, like, I was looking at like Ephraim's comment. You know, he said, "I hide the most when I struggle with something." You know, and I think that's where, when we always talk about the village, that's where the reach out happens. You know, finding someone you can trust. You know, you pray, you seek, but like you said, God is sending people around you to assist you. Because a lot of times, some struggles, you feel like you're isolated. You know, and sometimes you just need to hear that you're not by yourself in the struggle. Like, I get where you're coming from. I understand. Like, you're not crazy. You're not off. You're having a moment that most of us have gone through. And just a little encouragement can get you a long way. And I know, like, when we go through a struggle, the first thing, our first defense is to cut off everybody, go in the cave, disappear, you know. And I think that's where we get into the most trouble. You know, we just kind of cut everybody off and we try to deal too much alone instead of connecting with those that can help us get through.
Who's the greatest warrior in the Bible? Greatest.
The greatest warrior.
Yeah, that we feel. Who do we feel was the greatest?
Warrior. I would say like David, King David. He was Samson did it all. It seemed like he did it all by himself. You know, I mean, his story was short, long, but it was short.
Scripture says Saul has killed his thousands, and
right.
Who killed their 10,000s?
David.
Okay.
Right.
So he's known as a warrior.
Right.
He was a bad dude on the battlefield.
Yeah, right? He is. You're right. He did.
Who was it that hid in the cave at Adullam?
Wasn't that David? No.
Oh, same dude? Oh, okay.
Same dude.
So no, here's the reality. The reality is, I don't care how tough you think you are, none of us wants to admit when we have fears.
Right.
When fear sets in, no one wants to admit that. And to Ephraim's point, what makes us hide is our fear.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
And fear, where fear rests, faith hides.
Okay.
Right? Because fear and faith cannot dwell together.
Right.
So where there is fear, there is no faith. And that was my earlier point. We don't want to admit our fears. Right? Because we talk about our faith.
Right.
You understand? And so if there's any area in my life where I'm hiding, that is a spirit of fear.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
But we don't want to say that out loud. Like,
no.
I can think it, but I'm not ready to tell you that.
Right. That's the truth.
But it's clear that that's the issue. And if we can deal with that, then we can be reminded, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and sound mind. But empowerment, how do you give it power? You got to deal with it.
Yes.
Right? We say it all the time. Don't give that power. Don't speak to that. Don't give it.
You got to do it.
How are you going to overcome a fear if you don't speak to it?
Right.
If you don't call it out.
That's true. I
think
that
man with his son said, Lord, I believe, but help thou my unbelief. Help me in the areas where I'm afraid. Help me in the areas where I have fear. I know who you are, but I want to trust you over here in this particular area. In this particular area, I know I did this to myself. So I'm ashamed to talk to you about the truth of my mistake.
Right.
So I'm going to just leave it over here, sweep it under the rug, be like Achan and hide it.
Yes.
And you know what's amazing is, like, we don't think of like that story of Achan in scripture where he hid the stuff under the tent and his whole family was destroyed because of it. You hide stuff, you can destroy your entire village because of the stuff that you hide.
Yeah.
Out of your shame, out of your fear. And no, man, we got to deal with this stuff. I'm telling you, look, not only am I the president of the hair club,
right. I'm also a client. So yeah, I think that dealing is the biggest thing. Like, we see it, we know what it is, and we think, I just pray and try to sweep it away. You know, like I prayed about it. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna just push it over here, but we don't deal with it. You know, we try to suppress it, we try to push it down, but we don't deal with it. And I think that is like one of our biggest things, and that goes back to asking for help. You know, like,
but that's you talk. But see, we're having a masculine conversation,
right?
This is the guy side, right?
Yeah. Women
have fears. When women need help, they're always concerned about what it's going to cost them, right? If I reach out for help, what is it going to cost me? I don't want to have to owe anybody as a female, because I'm too vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like, because in a lot of cases, women go to God, they talk to God, they talk to their girlfriends and all that. But when you need help from a guy, when a man, you know, it's like,
what's this going to cost me? Right.
I'm just going to be out here by myself because I don't want to owe anybody anything.
Right.
I don't want to be indebted. It may cost something that I don't want to give up.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So I'll just not even deal with it. Right. Let it go. Am I wrong, ladies?
That's rough. But from a guy's perspective, do you think we look at the cost as well? Is someone holding it over our heads?
Yeah, I just think it's different.
Okay.
It's a different currency.
Gotcha. He said foolish pride, right? Keita said facts.
Keita said facts. Yeah. Okay.
And she also said that's my escape. And I know it should be different, like, I guess, hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, and it's I don't know why. Like, why do we hide? Why don't we deal? You know, like, I guess in my mind, I know that you don't want things to get out. You know, you don't want no one knowing that this is a struggle for you. This is a space where you fear. He said you are not wrong, Pastor. I think a lot of times in a certain space that you struggle with, is rather that be my identity. I struggle with that, so I'm not going to deal with that. I can't do that because that's my struggle. Like that's just who I am. Like that's not who you are. This is part of my personality. Instead of facing it and overcoming and becoming better. I think a lot of us are held back because we won't deal with certain things. We won't face it, so that it can be eliminated and we don't have to struggle with it anymore, or at least to the level of it paralyzing me from doing other things. And I think that's like a huge thing. It keeps you, I feel, from becoming all of what God has called you to become. And we have to deal with it. Our emotions, our fear of dealing with other people. We gotta get through it.
The scripture tells us to know them that labor among us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of our greatest challenges is we associate ourselves with certain type of people.
Mm-hmm.
They fit a certain area of our
Mm-hmm.
life. They fit
Mm-hmm.
a certain season of our life.
Right.
And when it comes to reaching out for help, now you have to really evaluate the type of people that you're associated with.
Right.
If you're in a village and you're afraid to ask anyone for help, then you either have to question the village or question why you're there.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I pastor a ministry, and I say to people, like, I'd rather you say I don't fit here,
Right.
than for you to be here and me not be your shepherd.
Right. Yeah.
Like the worst thing that can happen is when I find out that somebody's going through something and they never said anything to me about it, and I know that I'm praying for that person daily.
Right.
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 And I'm saying that because it's important for us to know who we're surrounded by.
Yeah.
Sometimes the help you need is right there.
Right.
But because you have shielded yourself
Mm-hmm.
from them, they can't be who you need them to be in your life.
Right.
And
Right.
that's your decision. But we have fears of exposing ourselves to people.
Right.
Right? Some people we call our friends, but y'all not really friendly.
Right. Wow.
You need to check the definition of friendship.
Yeah.
What type of covenant is that? Because everybody that's connected to you is not your friend. How do I know that? Because you can't call them to come and water your plants when you leave home.
Right. Right. Right.
Right? I'm saying we've heard the term a friend closer than a brother.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So let's understand the definition of friend, of friendship.
Yeah.
So that we can recognize who we're able to rely on. And if you can't find anybody to rely on, you might need to change your circle.
Right. Right. That's good. That's good. So Richard asked some good questions this morning. He said, for a man, is it harder because it's easy, hypothetically, to say I'm a broken man?
Because it isn't easy to say I am.
Oh, because it isn't easy to hypothetically say I'm a broken man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
No one wants to admit a weakness. Well, most people don't want to admit a weakness.
Right. Right. Yeah. True.
And I won't say men in particular, because I think that in this day and age, there is a great increasing rivalry between the pride of man and the pride of woman.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Women are as proud as men. It's interesting to say that because it takes us back to a whole nother conversation about roles in life.
Right.
Right. Because of where we are as opposed to where we should be in terms of relationship building between men and women, between boys and girls, between coworkers and all that kind of stuff. So I would venture to say that it's hard for anyone to admit that they're broken today.
Right.
No one wants to admit that they're broken. More people should be willing to admit it. And I would say that, and I won't say no one, I would say there are many people who won't admit they're broken today, but there are a lot more saying it out loud than there was 30 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. People
because of the increase in mental health.
Yeah.
Exposure to mental health. More people are asking for help. So that's a blessing.
Right. Yeah.
He's asking neighbor to water the plant.
Right. All right. So we're at the 10 o'clock hour. Appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging with us. Be sure to share. Sharing is caring. And if you're missing any broadcasts or episodes, be sure to join our text community right at the bottom of the screen. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. You never miss a broadcast. Love you too, Mama Corey.
Love you, Mom.
To stay connected. Stay abreast of all that's happening with the Brothers of Legacy and everything else. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Thursday. As always, know that we love you. God loves you more. I like this question. We might need to go long on that one. So, what about the sheep who feels like they don't fit in anywhere? Fitting in. That's going to be a topic. We're going to talk about that.
Woo!
So, good way to end it, Rich. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. Like, again, know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. Make good decisions. And and a good decision means saying no to Par's cars. Say no to Par's cars. Yes, I am never letting it go. All right. See you.
I can't interpret those New York tongues.
So what? You know what, Guerrero? Don't get blocked. Don't get blocked. All right. See you guys in the AM. Oh, man. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being with us. Sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watching